Hello, everyone. This is a general message for the next 3 months leading us into 2023. This general reading is going to be for fire signs and fire signs only. Okay, I will be pulling dominoes. I'll be pulling, I don't know, we're going to see how many I'll pull out here as your domino reading. So let's see what we get here. All right. All right. So fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So the first thing I get here, you'll be courageous in all that you are trying to do coming into this new year. All right. So I want you to take notes as I'm taking notes, if you care to. Number one, you'll be courageous. You'll be courageous in all you set out to do in this year, coming into this year. It's like a real positive mindset going into the new year. Very positive mindset. I like that. Okay. Also feels like going in with little distraction, like very little distraction. With very little distraction, okay? I like to write as I'm doing these. So let's see what we got. Okay. Okay. So for your second one, I will go over the dominoes after I'm done. For your second domino, okay. On the second line, we're going to be talking more so about things that are close to you. The first one was you in general, maybe how you're feeling, or that is you right now going into the new year. Okay. The second one is on this line and with this domino, we're going to be talking about those that are close to you, whether it's your job. It can be also family, friends, significant other. Your business is close to you as well. Who you bank with is close to you. They know everything about you, right? They know your social, where you live, where you work. So these are really pointing to like relatives, close friends, things and such that are close to you. All right. So for some of you, you may be cutting off old friends and bringing in new. Feels like changing up your network. Okay. This really feels like changing up your network. Sometimes we do need to clean up our circle. So this really feels like changing up your network. Okay. For some of you, this is a much needed change. Okay. For some, this is a much needed change. And I kind of felt like if you were having some difficulties with someone, as we got closer or into the fall of this year, that it's probably time to, let them go. If there was issues with someone as we were entering the fall months of this year, that you are probably thinking, you know what, maybe I should let them go. Maybe this isn't the best thing for me. So you're probably gonna, like, I was gonna say discard, but not discard them. Kind of like revamping your social circle or your networking circle, because you're trying to, get somewhere. So you're probably going to be cutting off some folks so you can bring in some new folks. And it really looks like you bring in some new folks in more so in the month of February. It really feels like for some of you, bringing in new folks, bringing in much of new in the time of February. Okay. Okay, so let's see. The first domino you got here, well, we're going to save that for last. I will tell you what they are last. We're going to save the best for last. So I will pull them, put them back in our little pile, and we're going to keep it shuffling. All right. Your line 3 talks about expansion, things that grow, love affairs, and things of that nature. Line 3 also can be the result of lines 1 and 2 here. Like if you had some suggestions that came out in 1, or it can be whatever is going on in 1 plus the 2 gives you that result on our line 3, if that makes sense. So basically line 3 is going to be talking about expansion, things that allow us to grow or that may enhance our growth or stunt our growth. All right. So let's see what we have here. Okay. And this kind of sounds weird, but it's like lingering bodies. And let me explain, because this feels like lingering bodies, which yields stunt of growth and prosperity. And let me explain here, because lingering bodies is like you will have people around you that really do not serve any purpose, and they're just around you for no good reason. So here they will be just there, like sucking your life force. So it's more so just there. It's like a decor. Like, why do you have them around? So if you have this going on, you have people that are lingering into your, when we get into the second month, it's going to probably cause some problems. I'm feeling like by the time of second and third month, you should be done cleaning house. For some of you, this is in general, remember, by the time of second and third month, you should be done clearing house. All right. So whatever you need to take care of, or you back and forth about something, you got to make your mind up here, fire signs. Make your mind up what you're going to do. 4, we're going to talk about your stability here. Okay. Now, stability, I need you to understand that it could be emotional stability, not so much your financial stability. And your stability here will always determine your next move. So if you think about it, if you're down in the dumps about something like lost love, like you broken up with someone, your mental stability is a little bit off, especially if the breakup was all of a sudden. So it's going to determine your next move likely, because you're not in a balanced emotional state. Okay. So here we are on line 4 talking about our stability. Okay. See what we got here for you fire signs. Look, this energy is woo. It's like y'all don't give a. That's what I'm getting here. Like, in terms of your where we are in terms of our stability, y'all don't give a flying. You know what? You all you're thinking about is getting it right now, getting to the bag. Some of you may have some big goals that you're trying to pretty much achieve approaching spring or well into spring. Big stuff. I'm not talking about little stuff like sneakers, or I'm talking about some big stuff. I'm not talking about you're trying to buy a new system for the house or buy a TV. We're talking about some big stuff like you're trying to purchase a car, buy a house. These are big ticket items here that you're trying to have this before summer. Much of you are trying to have these things before the summer. These are big ticket items, most definitely. And it's like y'all don't give a flying F how you get it, just long as you get it. And that all that distraction and things that are going on with the dead, not dead bodies, of course, but dead lingering energy that's around you, that's got to go. That's got to get out of your way. So you can get to what you're trying to get to. And you can't get to it with that type of energy hanging around you. Here, you cannot. No. Okay. Y'all are going to be trying to get to this bag. It's almost like you're waiting for the day to turn, the year to turn, because it's like, all right, so maybe you probably won't do that much on the 1st or the 2nd, but on the 3rd you like, okay, I'm sober now from all the festivities and everything. Now I'm sober. We in here, time to come on, like you sweeping up, and you're going to be moving things out of the way. That's a total distraction. Because look, for most of you all, I feel like in that between the 3rd and the 5th month, you're going to have a big ticket item. Feels like for much of you, it's a car or a home, something. If it's not per se a home, then it's a much bigger living space. Like if you went from a little tiny, little crappy apartment, then you're going to move it to a luxury type of an apartment. Something that feels more home, gives you a better feeling than carpeted floors. Not saying there's anything wrong with carpeted floors, but you may want something a little upscale, like some hardwood flooring and, nicer living environment. Maybe it's gated type community. It's nicer, it's quieter, it's fancier, something like that. But it's very big ticket-ish. Not the same old for some of you. Okay. Now I want you to understand that dominoes only give what you should be focused on, or what's coming up in general here. Because I am talking in general, speaking in general, rather. What you should focus on, or what is coming up for you. Now, we are at our next line. I like to call it the challenges and changes here. This can be very much so. It's kind of tricky because this is multiple signs. There is multiple signs within this reading. So normally with challenges and changes, it will be talking about your home life mostly. I defaulted to home life and or your job, because one will affect the other. You get fired, you might come home, kick the dog, cuss out the people in your house, whatever. And vice versa. If you're having a bad day at home, you might go to work and you snapping at people at your job, and everybody looking at you like, what happened? I didn't do it. This is home. You need to go back home and start all over. All right. So this here is talking about challenges and changes. So hopefully we'll get something for both here for you fire signs. All right. So in terms of job and or career, if we're going to say if there's a change in job and or career, status change here may begin for most in month 2. So that's February. Okay, month 2. I don't see a lot of because this is really beyond our 3-month gap. So I don't see a lot of like promotion type things going on here after month 5. I don't really feel it. So it looks mostly like month 2, 3, and perhaps 4 in terms of our career, like our status change here. So maybe this is some promotion, pay raise, something like that could occur here in terms of our job and or career. Okay. Now if it's to deal with the home, dealing with the home, I kind of feel like changing up the environment. So what affects the home be changing up the environment. I want to say something fancy like the feng shui of the, if I'm saying that right, of your environment. So maybe I always wanted to say that too. So maybe like changing the decor. You may be doing some stuff like that, changing up the decor. It kind of gives me out with the old, in with the new vibes. And that's appropriate here, of course. Out with old, in with new. And why I say that's appropriate, because you want to start getting rid of things that does not serve you, like right now, starting right now while we're still in wintertime, not in the spring, but right now. You want to be ready to implement new ideas and newness in the time of spring. So that means we not get rid of some stuff that's in the way right now. Okay. So changing up the environment, changing up the decor here. So let's see what we get, what number we got, or set of numbers. All right, so we're having a good time coming out here. All right, so we finally got it. Now, moving on to the next one, which is our number 6. I like to say that this line is referring to our relationships. Okay. Like if there's good communication, or if our relationship is affected by something from our past, or what type of relationship, if there is an issue, or there's going to be a problem, or there's a focus that's needed in terms of our love life. Also in terms of our money, you have a relationship with your money. Also in terms of business and with your health, you have to have a relationship with your health. If you do not have one, please get one. That's important. You need to have an understanding of your health, your body. All right, so let's see what we get here for you fire signs. Okay, some may elect to a newfound health regimen. Okay, some may elect to begin a newfound health regimen. I don't know why I'm hearing like some of you may decide to stop smoking. These kind of feel like New Year's resolutions. So some of you may decide to stop smoking. Okay. What else? That was much about health for fire signs. This is weird because it's like some of you may, okay, so it's like if you are feeling like you are a large person, you may want to lose, of course, lose weight. However, if you're a really small, petite, you may be trying to gain. All right, maybe trying to gain, like you want to kind of bulk up just a little, or thicken your body up just a little. This is for some of you. Okay. All in all, I will say this. I know I said big ticket items, working your way up to big ticket items, but for some of you around, and this is tipping into the second 3 months, it's like new wardrobes. Like I'm hearing new wardrobes. All right, new wardrobes before we leave spring. Well, new wardrobes as we get inside of spring, I would say that. So here, as I'm feeling inside of spring, so I'm going to say like March, April time frame for some of you. New wardrobe. What else? Okay. So you're going to buy you some nice things, but you're not going to be really spending on others. You're going to be buying nice things, but not really spending on others. Okay. Of course, if you have children, you're probably going to be buying for children though. But it's like, this is like feeling like more so for self-enhancement here. Like some of you may be doing this for self-enhancement. Okay. If we're in relationships though, this could be like a we're gonna go into this type of thing together. Like we're gonna do it together. Like we're gonna go shopping together. Like if you don't have it, I may, spot you a 20 or something like that. It's like that, but it's really not big time splurging on someone else. I don't feel it here. Really don't feel big time splurging. We might go together to do it, like our funds put together, or we both have our own separate monies and we're going to do it together to go get these things if you're shopping together. Let's see. So all I'm getting here for in terms of a relationship, in terms of our love, money, business, health. So health came out here, and your money, pieces of money, something relevant to money here. Of course, you're not trying to leave a job. You're not going to just up and leave a job without letting them know. So not leaving a job without notice in order to go to a better one or another one. Some of you may elect to get a new job. Or it could be like a second job. And this is again tipping over outside of our, in general, 3 month. So like 3 to 5 months from now. May elect new or second job 3 to 5 months from now. Okay, for some of you. In terms of love, and when I come to relationship, in terms of love, it kind of feels like you're doing things together. Doing things together. Whether it's shopping, it's like if I'm with a person or my significant person, then we're together. But if they're not with me, then I'm fine. Excuse me, I could do these things to, by myself, like to go shopping or to go get some beautification items for the home or our dwelling or, whatever. Yeah, it really feels like that. It doesn't feel like a lot of like being bothered if your mate is there or not. Okay. Number 7. Here we talk about our general luck in all areas of our life in the next 3 months. I want to see what your general luck is going to look like. And when I say all areas, we're talking about your health, love life. And when I say love life, it's not just in terms of an intimate relationship. It could be, with your loved ones and friends, those that you dearly love. Okay. And of course you're intimate with them because, well, you do hug them, right? So that's a form of intimacy. You kiss someone on the cheek, that's a form of intimacy. So we're going to look at general luck in terms of your love life, love and relationship rather, your health, career, job, and money. So we're going to see which one comes out the most. If more than one comes out, then great. Okay. 7. Fire signs. Oh my goodness. So general. I need a general. In terms of our luck. All right. Finally. But keep going on. Okay, so in terms of our luck, kind of feels like much of it. Okay, much of it would be centered around that of your stability here. So stability with here is going to be your mental and your finances. Mental and finances. That type of stability. That's where it's going to come from. For majority of you, remember this is in general, because you're going to be implementing some new things, especially in that second and third month. All right, implementing new things. So it's like this stability comes if you're implementing those new things in second and third month. Like getting rid of nonsense. Okay, getting rid of that nonsense. Whatever nonsense it is that may have been causing stagnation or that you feel is not serving up a purpose in your life or the path that you're on or what you're trying to gain in these upcoming months, especially highlighted in my head right now, the first 3 to 5 months. Okay. So if it's not in alignment with all that you have set out to achieve, then it's got to go, right? It's got to go. All right. So when we go back, fire signs, when we go back here, we go back over it, and I have a 4 and a 4 here. Let me move all of this out of the way and get my other dominoes out of the way. Okay, so if we go back, we have 2 4s, and 2 4s means really leans towards our stability here. 4s is talking about our wealth, material prosperity, what we stand to gain. Remember, the stability determines our next move here. So looking at this, look, it's going to be getting warm. It's still festivities are going on. And we're talking about networking here on this first line. So please get out and get around others, fire signs. Any event that you're invited to, go to them. Okay. Any event that you're invited to, go to them. Any event. Okay. Especially if you know this event is going to propel you in some way, or maybe just, I mean, you never know. You never know who you will meet, or if that person could benefit you somewhere down the line later on, a year from now. You never know. What if you meet someone at a party and y'all are like kicking it, and then a year later you're like, you're that girl I met at a party, and they're like, you're that girl or you're that guy, and you're like, yeah, I remember you, so how's it going? Yeah, it's kind of I'm trying to get such and such popping, and it's just been kind of a slow go. I mean, I'm doing decent, and then they put you on to some game. So you want to go to any event that you're invited to. Okay. And then look at what I said when I was shuffling the dominoes the first go around. And I said, you'll be courageous in all you set out to do, going into the new year with very little distraction. Now, if you're going into the new year and you mindset is basically saying little to no distraction, and you're being very courageous, like you're going in there, you ready, you got it together, your mind, everything, all of this is ready. Go to those events. Have that same energy. Be courageous about those events. Go to them. Okay? Every single last one of them. If, of course, if you feel like it may serve you up something, or I would just say go to them. If it's not what you feel like it is giving you or should give you, is not popping like that, then of course leave if the energy is not right. But you, again, you never know who you're going to meet when you go to these events. There's still more events to come as we approach this new year, even after we enter new year. All right. Now, your second line here, when I talked about loved ones, things that are close, your bank, your business, something that you have birthed here, is close to you because you created that. Your loved ones, a best friend. Now you got a combination 3, 4 here. All right. So here it feels like getting close and personal with those that matter. Okay. Getting close and personal with those that matter. I was trying to recall that saying. I can't remember how it goes. Somebody can help me out. Like, those that matter matter, and those that don't matter. And it's something, I can't even think of that saying. Those that matter don't mind, and those that mind don't matter. I think that's how it go. So here you're getting up close and personal with those that really matter to you. Okay. So it's like, maybe if this person matters to you, you want to keep them close to you. If that person kind of, you want to get them gone. Okay. Remember what I said on line 2? I said cutting off old friends and bringing in new. And it feels like you're changing up your networking, or your networking circle, your working circle, your friendly circle. Okay. And I said, for some of you, this is a much needed change, something that you may have been pondering on, or you really been lingering or pondering rather, and just like, I don't know, maybe I can just, no, it's time. It's time. Okay. So it's like I said, you're bringing in, it feels like for some or most, it's like bringing in much of this newness in the time of February. Bringing in much of this newness in the time of February. All right. So your line 3, your expansion line. Now you got a 1 and a 0. This is your energy. And this is the 0 will be representing like down in a place of fogness. Think of it like a skyscraper in New York City, and you're down on ground floor. That's the garage. And level 1 will be the mail room. And then level 2 is the main lobby, how they show it on the movie, where everybody's coming off the street. You just came up from the elevator and you're up there with all the common folk, the vendors. You can get coffee, check in at the concierge desk or service desk, whatever you want to call it, receptionist desk. You're checking in. So you may be trying to get somewhere, but right now you're on 0. That means your thought process is like off, and you're like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to expect. Or this is you coming from a place of that, because we are with a 1 in front of us. So here I will have to tell you that whatever this is that you all are choosing, or the path that you are trying to, I got to say it how I see it, escape to, start, or get on here, it's very significant. It's very significant. And when I say significant, it's like a passion. It's like a deep-rooted passion here. So I'm going to write deep-rooted passion. I mean, deep-rooted path of significance, or journey of significance. Because it feels like a lot of passion here. Like before, you probably on 0, like, I don't, not knowing where to go, how to start. And now it's like, the hell with it. I'm starting. And there is your 1. That is your 1. 0, I don't know. I'm just I don't know if I should do it. I don't know. I mean, COVID hit. I don't know. I don't know. You thinking like that. But now it's like, you on step one, you taking that first step. You take that first step, just like a baby. You remember how babies take their first step and they take the second step, and they take the third step. Right now, you're gonna take a step. All right. So once you take that step, you on that path. You're on that new journey. So it's like you got to see it through now. Okay. Now look back what I said when we was on 3. I said lingering bodies yield stunt in our growth. So you got to get those people out of there, because if you keep them around, that's going to stunt your growth. You're not going to move in these next couple of months coming up. Okay. Now, I also said by the time of the second and third month, you should be done cleaning house. You should already be done made up your mind if you want to get on or not. Now, you need to have it already ready, because this is the planning stage. We're planning it, because spring is going to look like something else. It's going to look a little different. Okay. Now, line 4, we're talking about stability. We have a 3 and a 3 combination here. So with 2 3s here, that's got to be good, right? Because that's significant growth. And so this is talking about some significant growth coming up. Maybe someone is adding value to you, but it's definitely some significant growth. Okay. So we're going to write here significant growth. Someone may add value, like someone help you. Someone may add value to you. All right. It feels like, but you know what? Like I said, I just said that while we were on our 3, I said that because spring is going to look different. This is look like that significant growth and that value, additional value being tacked onto you. It looks very much so in our months 3 to 5. Okay. Months 3 to 5. We're looking different. We're looking different. Okay. This is for you fire signs. Some of you fire signs, we're looking kind of different. Okay. And I don't know why I wanted to say this, but it's like you may have looking like, how I'm gonna use chicken, or yeah, we're gonna use chicken. And it's like no seasoning on it, because maybe on a special diet, so you got to get the bland chicken. But y'all looking a little spicy come month 3 to 5. Y'all looking a little spicy. You got them good herbs on it, that chicken spicy, like you don't even need hot sauce. Y'all looking kind of spicy around month 3 to 5. And what did I say? Look, I had to go back and look at the other side of my page here. And I said, y'all don't give a flying, you know what? Remember, I said it. Y'all don't care. You get into the bag. You are getting to that bag. You are not caring what's going on. You get into it. Okay? Significant growth. I mean, if you getting it like that and you hustling, you moving, and you got them distractions out of your way, why would you not have significant growth around that time? Now, this doesn't always mean that the money is, through the roof, but maybe significant growth can also mean for some of you that the knowledge you didn't have way back when, like now or a couple months back, that maybe you have that significant growth going forward, okay, in terms of knowledge. All right. Now, line 5, I said challenges and changes was here, right? Actually have 2 dominoes here for your line 5, because I don't know, I felt it was needed. So your first one is a 4 and a 2. All right. This is talking about your stability, something is close to you. So for some, wealth can be gained, or money, funds, finances. Wealth, I will call it wealth. Wealth gained by loved ones, or this can be like assistance from loved ones. Like for the loved one to keep you afloat, because sometimes it take a minute for things to take off. So this is like wealth gained by our loved ones, someone close to us. It could be a family member or a friend. Okay, this can be a family member or a friend here that will assist you, like help you get this thing going. I want to go back when I said something about the job career status change here also. Now, for some of you that are in business, like something, that could fall in here too, where there's a status change in business. It could be in terms of before it was an idea and now you actually went and bought the LLC. And in turn, maybe your Uncle Jojo or your dad put the money up for you to be able to get the LLC, or for you to get that truck, that food truck or whatever. So this is some kind of wealth that's gained by someone close to you, like a loved one, someone that gifts the money to you. They could be gifting it to you. This could be a brother. And I'm not saying that one particular gender or one particular type of person in your family is anybody. I'm just throwing out this for example. So it could be anyone that could assist you, help you get afloat, get you established, get you going. Now, if you're already working for a career, a job or something, like I said, this could be a possible status change, and it can begin for most in month 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now we got 2 5s here where I talked about home. Now this could be a change. Of course, it's significant change in our fortunes that we know. And also change in home. Now, like I said, it could be decor, or you might even upgrade from that little apartment that you got downtown and you sick of this, and you move across town and you get a luxury apartment or a nice townhome, something it might not be a home. It could be something way better than where you are right now. Okay. Way better than where you are right now. And these are big ticket items. These are, for me, I look at that as a big ticket. That's a big move. You dropping some dollars on a place to live. So this is to look like it takes place 3 to 5 months. Okay. Now, lots of things came out when we were talking about 6 and relationships. I said a lot of things. Now you got the domino 5 and 5 again. Oh, domino 5 and 5 again. Didn't I just tell you that you had that when we were on line 5? And then you have a 5 and 5 again. So we're going to significant change in our funds and our overall environment. Our overall living environment. Okay. So it awards us with new things. Like I said, like your wardrobe could change here. Very significant changes to happen here. I said things about health here, having better communication with ourselves, listening to our bodies here. But it's really it's sharply pointing to our finances. Because you got to have good financial, you got to be in a good financial standpoint in order to have this new wardrobe. And if you're electing to start a new health regimen, some of you may take up gym or take up a new sport or something. Those things cost. They cost. All right. So we're going to say significant change in our funds and our overall living environment. So I'm going to put this here because I wrote it in the wrong spot, actually. And this is where it needs to be. right along here when we get to 7. Of course, you can't see what I'm doing. All right, so 7. I wanted to know about your stability here, or no, I'm sorry, your overall luck here, and it came in terms of your stability, whether it was your mental and or finances, and both popped out here. You have a combination for 1. So look, your financials are going to be straight. It looks like if you do those things, mention 1 plus 2 on those lines, it looks like your financials are going to be straight. All right, fire signs, financials are going to be lit. Okay, here for you. And you know, when your money is right, your mind is right. When your money ain't right, you start thinking some crazy things. But here, I feel like your money's is going to be looking right. All right. Because of that new path, that new found journey that you are deciding to embark on somewhere around mid January and February, you're going to be, majority of you, starting something very much new or anew, like renewed, or maybe something you were maybe thinking about starting some time ago, but got a little distracted, whatever have you. But I'm telling you, I feel like financials are going to be lit here. And you can look forward to seeing that. If I'm looking ahead of time between our 5 and 7 months, it looked like for most of you, it's going to be looking absolutely great for the most of you as we approach 5 through 7 months. Okay. All right. That is your domino read. If you have not noticed, you should be focusing on getting out of this old and getting in with the new and following your path. Like whatever you have set your mind to, whether, I don't care how ridiculous it sounds, or if you don't think that you're ready, start. Start. You will never know until you start. You'll never know what you're up against until you start. Okay. It does not look the same for everybody. You know, when this person starts something, this person starts something, results vary no matter what it is that you try to embark on. All right. That is your read, fire signs. Thank you for allowing me to take up some of your time. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful entrance into 2023.